Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, 'cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Todd gave me the cue. I was doing what I do. Welcome to the Rise and Grind Motor Show, y'all. We do this every Monday through Friday. You know what time to the other time. My name is Miles Dixon, and we got the whole crew is with us today. Brittany let me see something very gross, which made me I was sick to my stomach. That's why I was here looking like what I can do for a quick fix for my stomach. Okay, I'm lying. I wasn't paying no attention. No Gas Station Chronicles. We got a guest in the building. Brittany looking cute as ever. She got her swoop-de-doops going on. Her swoop-de-doops. I don't even know. They don't even make curlers no more, so I don't know what she using in her hair. They don't make no curlers. They don't make curlers no more like they used to.
How do you know?
Because I'm a man. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Brittany Chanel's in the building.
Hey, good morning.
She wiping off her headsets because she want to be cutesy.
No, it was makeup on.
Oh, damn. There's makeup on her.
Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's a good one. The perfect gentleman is with us today, too, the one and only B.Todd.
Top of the top, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Chanie, is you going to be with us today as well? Okay. That's her. She just threw up her hand. She like a member from Escape who escaped. What'd you say?
I like to unlock character.
You unlock character. Some coins get popped out of your ass, you don't show up. Jesus. Anyway, April Chambers is with us today, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, hey.
Don't forget, she like, hey, hey.
Hey.
Okay, y'all. We are. I guess we discombobulated because of the traffic. Traffic is terrible in Detroit, in the metro area these days.
Especially with our construction.
Yeah.
696
seems like it's the bloodline to all these damn to every highway, freeway, and byway. It's crazy. I'm drinking out of a raw but real cup. I know she gonna pitch a bitch, but I don't care. Brittany is dressed like a lady today. And you gonna give her hand claps for that? Really? Todd, this is gonna become sickening, right? When you see how Brittany and Chanie communicate, they almost be like entwined with each other.
I've seen it before.
That ain't that the weirdest shit.
No, it's not. That's how women that are cool with each other talk.
So why we not?
He is so jealous.
Look,
No, he jealous. I'm gonna tell you why he jealous.
So why we not cool like that? Indeed.
We are cool like that. We
If you
just
got
don't.
it,
We
you
don't
got
have to.
it.
We're men. We don't have to speak in code.
It ain't for
We don't speak in code.
y'all hear what we be saying?
No. I'm not saying it's a slight because sometimes y'all might have to have a conversation off air and y'all have to give each other those signals.
That's true.
So I understand that. That's cool.
Miles is really jealous though.
I know.
He's like, can we go get something to eat?
Yeah, and then don't be ready.
I feel like
And then
y'all so close now.
We not going no more.
Fuck that, I ain't say that.
No, we not going to that.
We not going there no more. I'm not going to Royal Oak no more.
Why you got
Royal Oak.
You got a ticket?
Royal Oak. I ain't
You
going
didn't
there no more.
You got a ticket?
I ain't going there no more.
Because she didn't pay for parking.
No, I paid for parking.
Oh, you paid. Oh, that's why it didn't
No,
work.
we was there longer than 2.5 hours.
Where did you park it?
We
The
parked-
max is like 3 hours.
Why you ain't do the math?
Why you didn't do the max? It's like $2.
I was there with 2 females.
So you should have expected.
No,
It's okay.
I ain't expect
That's
both
why
of
I'm
them.
doing.
So you got a ticket.
Yes.
So Miles should pay it.
Yeah,
That's why I'm doing Royal Oak.
It's only $10.
That's why I don't do downtown. Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I can fight
$10.
that. I fight that because
only
it's top 10. I'm going to fight that.
Yeah, it's only $10.
$10 right
Yeah,
now.
no.
It's not that much.
We paying now.
Trust me, I have to get tickets and roll up all the time.
And that's why I don't go. That's why I don't fool with Royal Oak. That's why I don't fool
They
with
give you like
downtown.
max.
I need free parking.
On
Free
Sundays,
entry.
if you go on a Sunday, it's free.
You talking about downtown?
No.
It was a weekday.
And it stops after I want to say either 10:30 or 12.
So Todd, after she said what I said about then I said, we are family. I started singing the song because I felt out of pocket. Cause
No,
she'd
you
say
just-
cool today, she was like cool. And she was like cool. And it's just too much, Todd.
Okay.
No, that's not what it
April,
is.
you don't
I had to make
understand.
sure
These two is on 2 separate brain wavelengths, but they link together and sing together very often, and it pisses me off.
It's because you're not there with nobody
No,
else.
he really be mad.
Shit, because it don't make no damn sense.
Now he want to get in on sharing videos,
Right.
talking on the phone.
It don't work.
No, it works sometimes. We share
ain't
videos.
for everybody.
We even had a slumber party.
Oh, okay.
No, we didn't.
Okay, I was just
Don't lie to
checking.
the people.
Oh, for real.
I was just
Don't
checking
you lie to.
I was checking the
But the temperature is cold.
Okay.
It's freezing in here.
He thought it was
Freezing.
lukewarm.
Yeah, it's freezing. No.
Speaking of Luke, he's coming to town June.
Really?
He's shaking what his mama gave him.
That Luke, shake with your
Get y'all
mama.
legs ready.
Yeah, but that's
Go,
poison.
Leo. It's your birthday.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Who you thought I was talking about? Luke Van Ross.
Luke and Luke.
That's the only Luke I know, right?
Two different
Luke and Luke Skywalker.
Oh.
But that was the name of his record label. Actually.
That's what I thought.
It was crazy, but he got sued and he had to change it to Luke Records.
He's supposed to be the king of freaky or something.
No, I'm the king of freaky.
What is he the king
He's
of?
like, don't disrespect me and I'm sitting right here.
But ain't he supposed to be the king of something?
No,
Booty shaking?
King of booty shaking music.
Yeah, something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. He
Well,
did before my time.
You can always get the
of
rump
bass-
shaking.
King of bass music for the South. That's what he was.
just Miami, really.
Yeah, Miami for Miami bass. Yes, that's
Yeah,
correct.
just Miami though.
Yeah.
Like I'm not
So
being
that's it.
disrespectful. I'm saying just Miami.
No, but Luke was one of the first smartest businessmen. In hip hop. A lot of smart businessmen came from the South though, with Master
It seems like
you
a
know
lot
what
of
I mean?
them came from the South.
Yeah.
I don't know if they came from the North.
What's that? Jay Prince, boy from Suave House. You know what I mean? All of them, they was just genius.
Now you naming people that we didn't.
Okay, y'all forgot y'all babies.
Now you naming people we
Well,
don't.
I mean,
Right.
Well, Paul
But they
Wall. Y'all know Paul Wall.
With the
Yes.
grill.
Iceman, Power.
The grill's coming back.
Yes, they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, like
Shout out
grill's
to them.
coming back.
They never left. Y'all never been to New York.
Oh, no, they left. They left.
They left here.
They left.
Yeah,
It was popular here when they had that little stupid grill spot in Fairlane Mall.
I want to see your
Smile
grill.
for me, Dad.
You want to see my what?
I want to see your grill. Your grill.
Rob the jewelry store. Tell him make me a grill.
That type of shit pissed me off right there. That's what pissed me off.
What's the topic for that?
Thank you, Tom.
Like, y'all so
No,
jealous.
we like.
Don't say y'all. Don't put me in.
So both of y'all on this
That's what
list?
I'm saying. No, jealousy's a weak emotion.
I'm not
Y'all gotta
jealous.
overcome that. Males shouldn't be jealous.
Right. Yeah, but I'm just saying.
I'm well aware it's a female trait.
Thank you, Todd. So what's the topic for today? Topic of today: can black people be racist against their own kind? No. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Judgmental.
I would say, yeah, judgment.
Judgmental.
Yeah.
What about what you think?
But not
April?
racist.
No.
I can say both against their own kind, and it's a judgmental type of situation because some people, unfortunately, are black but try to say they identify as being white. So therefore,
Oh, they not black to us then.
yeah. Well, you know,
They doing a trans race? No, really, I heard about that.
Transracial.
They said it's trans race.
Listen, I tried this shit before, right, April? I walked.
You tried to be a white man?
No.
That's why it didn't work.
No, I
Look
went.
at you, should have said
I
Nigerian.
went into Bank of America.
no, that would have been worse.
I went-
Nigerian.
Yeah, but I went into Bank of America and I said, "Hey, listen, man." They're like, "Sir, you don't have a account." I said, "I identify as a rich person." You know what I mean?
They ain't like that.
They ain't like that one.
That's what Candace Owens did on that Jason's the Hollywood, and she was basically breaking it down.
Oh, she broke that down.
And he was like, he kept dancing around it, and she was like, "Yeah, go ahead, I'll wait."
Yeah.
Like,
I like Candace Owens.
I like her.
A lot
of people don't like. I just don't understand her.
Yeah, that's what it is.
She's like the political Kevin Samuels. You know what I mean? She really get down to the core of it, and then
That's what I like about her.
Then when you ask yourself or say it out loud, you be like, "I am a woman."
Yeah, it don't make sense.
Okay, maybe I'm not a woman. You know what I mean? So the old boy Jason, first of all, he fruitier than a fruitcake, right? And then he be trying to ask
You
heterosexual
talking about
questions.
Jason?
Yeah. He trying to ask heterosexual questions, right? And then you be sitting there like, "Come on, man. You know, you like cherries in your water." You know? First of all, you know what do with the fruitcake when like you better
Dorian, please.
Dorian,
Dorian, please.
What is Dorian say? You feel like
Todd and Miles are doing a show with children.
Dorian,
We
please.
got kids to you. You're
But
absolutely
are
right.
you safe? I'm glad that you're watching, but please be safe.
Like, he's such a hack. That's what happened.
He said I was in the middle of a road rage accident.
Oh, okay. As long as you cool, brother.
Good morning,
You
Cal.
just don't step your ass out there.
No, for real. Then you're gonna be a part of it.
Right.
He's so
Good morning, Miss Rhea.
Hey, Miss Reed.
She said she's okay with a little bit of collaboration on the show with the Raw Burrell mug.
Miss Reed, did you get your father one?
Oh,
Because he was feeling some type of way on the
Papa
show. Did you
Bear.
get Papa Bear one?
Papa Bear not playing with Miss Rhea.
Who the hell is Papa Bear?
Her father.
Oh, okay. What's up, Papa Bear?
Please, thank you.
Goodness. Show some respect.
No,
to Papa
seriously.
Bear.
No, I ain't know. So
He was like my former. He wasn't playing. Okay.
he said my former daughter. What he said?
No, he was talking
Somebody's
about his former wife.
Oh,
He doesn't say ex.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, that's a lot of I respect. I like
That's
that.
respect. So did y'all watch Girls yesterday?
No, I missed
I
it.
tapped in a little bit.
Calvin had some.
Mr. Calvin was
Calvin
on.
has some fire, boy.
Yeah, he always
I
does.
did. I saw that him and Kim was together.
That's why I had tapped in for a little bit, but I saw Kev get real humble. He was real humbled in that chair. He was
In that
This
chair.
is how he was sitting.
So that's how you know.
But
how he was
it
sitting.
was a lot of fire drop last night. Yeah, it's dope.
That was cool.
It was really cool, but to see Calvin and first of all, I like the fact that Nicole, Maria, and Gigi was listening all the time.
About cutting them
Wait,
people
what
off.
were they talking about?
We was just talking about how important how the males are, how important the seed is. You know, because the seed.
Of course.
So a man
No.
Seed.
enters into the woman.
Right, there you go.
That is exactly
And
That's a cow.
I love that.
No,
but,
for
but,
real.
but you're saying how black boys are not respected. You know what I mean? No one think of the black boys as they grow.
Why are you laughing?
Because that's really him.
I'm an actress. I just know how to
Yeah,
interpret.
that's really him.
And so Gerf was fired last night.
Garf was good. I definitely tapped in.
for a
Yeah, I
minute,
tapped
just
in.
like 2 minutes.
And that's good for me because I usually be asleep.
Then we got into the conversation.
Miles
that
gets disrespectful.
Yeah.
I did, but that's beside the point. Yamina tapped in.
Shout out to Yamina. She be showing growing up. Yeah.
Of course, she disagreed with Calvin because he said a woman cannot raise no boys.
A lot of women think that.
A lot of women think that. Just
but I'm gonna be honest. A lot of black women think that because when I speak to other women of other races, they don't even have that talk.
Right.
So a lot of black women think that.
And just because basically I was saying, just because a boy grew up to be a grown man, don't mean he's a man.
Exactly.
We say that all the time.
I just had that conversation with one of my cousins, and when I had broke it down, she was like, "Yeah, wait, now I think about it. You're right.
She be making sense after a while. Like when you really listen, I be like, dang.
I used to live with one of my cousins. She used to always blab out, "You ain't grown till you're 21." And I'm like, I'm probably really not grown then.
If your brain doesn't fully develop until you're like 26 or something like that, you definitely ain't grown.
Yeah,
you don't.
And I knew I was. I knew I was. And I was too childish.
And then
we still are.
I'm gonna be honest, because you're a millennial.
Yeah,
they're probably never gonna grow up.
That's why I said we still are.
Millennials are never gonna grow up.
I'm gonna tell you who gonna have a motherfucking problem.
The Gen Zs.
Gen Zs.
Pray for them. Pray for them.
The entitled ones.
Yeah.
You know they say that about the millennials.
Yeah, everybody.
You think we're entitled, the millennials?
Can I be honest with you? Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
very much so. Yeah.
We feel like, but we were taught that. You should be able to have these things.
Because you can have both.
You can have things. You can have both. That's what we were taught.
That was encouragement so you can do well.
There you go.
Not to stand in expectation.
Yeah.
That just because you said it, you should have it.
Y'all should have broke that down.
Nobody said that part. This is the first time I'm hearing it.
Y'all didn't say that part.
And I'm listening.
But I do love that Dorian takes responsibility for being the Gen X.
That's true. He said he was the problem.
That y'all were the problem. That we.
So I'm gonna let you take that, Dorian. You the problem.
Thank y'all. Thank you, Miles.
Yeah. Well, I would say this: we were the problem because we didn't explain it properly.
Exactly.
The fundamental factors weren't given directly.
Typically parents don't.
Y'all gave us encouragement.
We were encouraging you to step out there and be the best that you can be. Everything is accessible, but you think most of you all think that we're supposed to give it to you. Everything is supposed to be given to you and not
because you're a mom. You're a dad.
No. First of all, listen to Blueprint 3. Listen to Blueprint 3. Jay-Z said,
here we go.
You want to sit on Santa Claus' lap? You know what I mean? I'm not Santa Claus, nigga. Get the fuck off my lap. Get off my lap.
So basically, we took the encouragement and ran with it.
Encourage me, I'm young.
Y'all turned it into something.
We turned it into something else. Yeah, but these Gen Zs are totally disrespectful.
They are.
We would never. So that they can run.
We would never.
It's a small percentage that's not though. A lot of them are actually cool and making moves like starting their own businesses and everything. Like,
we walk so they could run.
Yeah, I feel like it's because they watch their parents.
Like trying to walk on water.
Right.
That's true. I'm gonna get there. I'm just kidding.
But hey, look, I feel bad for these damn Gen Zs because I asked my daughter 13. I said, "So what do you want to be?" I like to draw. I like to sing. I have no idea my daughter could sing like how she could sing. Right. I said, "Sing for your daddy." She's like, "I don't want to." You know what?
Question I always hated being a kid.
But yeah.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't know yet.
But when you look up when you grown, you're like, shit, what am I doing?
No, seriously, I still don't know. Yeah, that's the thing.
Doing because my uncle said find what you love to do and never work a day in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when he was saying, and this is what rich people basically tell their kids: find something that you're good at and figure out a way to make money off of it.
Yeah.
So I hate when people like, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, what do you mean? I'm already being.
Right.
I am being every day.
We gotta work, do all this extra therapy and all this work to work backwards to get back to being an A-go kid.
Essentially.
Like, I don't want to talk about it.
So, go ahead.
No, I was just getting ready to say, as far as like, us being racist against each other, I don't think it's really racism. It's more so classism.
That's a good way.
I think it's classism.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what all it is. Like and it starts with being judgmental first. You know what I'm saying? If somebody walking around, somebody could not have on the latest fashion or something like that. Oh no, they're lame or they're this, they're that. You know what I'm saying? That happens a lot mainly in our community. It don't happen nowhere else. Right. I haven't
it does happen in the other communities as well.
But they look at other shit differently, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like shout out. One of my favorite books was Peppy Longstockings, right?
Pippi Longstockings.
Right. And it was only because she loved what she loved, right? And people
her pigtails being like that,
and so in the books they say it's like, why you do this, and she was able to explain it. Then when she said, so why do you do this, they couldn't explain it. Mm-hmm. So that was one of my first books where I would start trailing on doing things the way I wanted to do them, dress and wear what I wanted to wear, right? Yeah. My mother was like, Peter, you ain't picking out your suit, but I could pick out the hell of women clothes. Like, I could pick out women clothes.
Well, Miles, you do want to be a woman sometimes.
Shut the hell up.
So of course you like to pick out our clothes.
Ever since you had the operation, Brittany, you been acting funny. Bert.
Don't lie to the people.
Bert. Call her Bert.
Don't lie to the people.
Her name is Brittany. Go ahead.
That's wild.
No, so the reason why I say black people can't be racist is because we don't control nothing.
That's
the
true.
only people who can be racist is people who can stop you from doing things. Yeah. And there's not a black person can stop you from doing nothing because they are in the same boat you are in.
Well,
that's interesting.
I think there's blacks. I don't know. I think there's nooks.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
But you know what? You know the difference though, Brittany? Nickels can grow up to be blacks. Blacks can never be nickels.
Well, that's not true.
No, because Master P was a nickel. Jay-Z was a nickel.
Don't just say ninjas because you're not doing it right. I don't like
he added the G instead of the C.
His ain't right.
It's a C. It's a C.
It's not coming out. I'm so glad you're here because they jump on me all the time.
Because he like
it's okay.
Y'all make him sound Ethiopian.
Yeah,
it's no.
Okay.
Well, you be my nigga voice, okay?
He gonna point to you and be like,
right.
I think the biggest difference though between black people and niggas is that some people they don't know how to. Black people know how to turn the hood stuff on and off. And off.
So I think the difference is the mentality.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah. It's just
turn
the
off.
mentality.
Like, I mean, when I'm in certain places or in front of certain people, like when I'm in front of my mentors, I act different. You know what I mean?
I gotta see that.
Help! Who is this man?
For real.
Blink if you need help.
Okay.
You never saw my interviews with Minister Dawood and Andrew Wallace?
You ain't leaked that
First of all, did you enunciate?
Yes.
So you enunciate with them, but you don't enunciate with us.
I mean, y'all like things quick, so I just try to talk fast as I can.
That is
shout out to the air fryer.
What she likes.
Brittany, you don't like it quick?
I love the air fryer. I love the air fryer.
Oh man,
I don't even wear quick weave. I'm sorry.
So, and I was about to say, even with the Gen Z, I mean the millennials and the Gen X's back in there,
don't put us too close to y'all.
What?
First of all, y'all come from us, so be quiet. So,
literally,
some of us.
You just made it because you was one of the 1.4 million. So what I'm trying to say, Mama, I made it. But no, seriously, back in the days when I was in school, girls wore hair pieces. Girls wore hair pieces.
Right.
Like clip in?
Yeah. But now y'all be like this. This style right here, y'all wear the whole damn
stuff ain't safe now to be wearing clip-ins.
Yeah.
First of all,
it's not safe. It's not safe.
It's not to wear a clip-in because you hit the wind.
Oh my God! Yeah. It's done.
You gotta glue it down.
Well, God get the pulling. So listen, no.
Just anything.
The racism. We don't have the power to be racist.
Right.
We have no power. We don't have the power to be racist.
Swahili wild word.
Calvin Miles is never cooking. He more be sizzling. I'm saying he boils.
Tired. The hate is real. You know what I mean?
At least he can boil water.
See, hold on. Put that topic back up. We're going to rephrase this for Brittany and Chantel. Can black people really be down for black people while they on a podcast without dissing them?
Yeah. You heard me? Yeah.
But I will say that sometimes when it comes to black people and we do tell the truth of each other, they feel like it's hate.
Yep.
And that's what I don't like, or they're feeling attacked. And it's like, not if I'm trying to make it better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when are we going to be like, you know what? Let me take a look into myself and be like, maybe I am doing it. And I say that about women all the time. It's like, why don't we look at ourselves sometime and be like, you know what? I was a bit much on that one right there. Maybe I was
It's really a lot of the crab barrel mentality.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Yes.
Well, I like to quote Jay-Z.
Here we go.
Crabs don't belong in the barrel.
They don't.
So
He ain't say nothing.
Yeah.
No, he did because he said how you get out is you just hold on together. So when they pull one out, if you grab the other one, you all come out together.
Yeah, and
Beautiful.
It's the mentality of us always going against each other.
Yeah.
It started with the house ninjas
right.
and the slave ninjas.
But if you ever go to a place
the
where
outside.
you got crabs, that's what crabs do.
Yes, but
So-
the opposite part about that, you got somebody that's pulling somebody down sometime too. In that crab barrel mentality.
That's because
the mentality.
That's because the strongest one is not pulling, and that's what I learned. It's okay to be a crab in the barrel, but if you ever really go to a seafood place and see crabs in the barrel, it'll always be the biggest one. They would actually push the biggest one up.
So they can pull, so they can hold on
so
and
they can pull up. Right. The problem is though, black
The
people are
ones
saying
at the bottom.
Yeah, but see the ones that everybody has at some point, some things have to be sacrificed. You feel me? Like even if you ever watch the ant colony, the ants understand. Like we just gonna have to stand. We y'all got to go.
You got
first.
the worker one?
Yeah.
Y'all have to go first because in bloodlines, that's why the weakest part of the bloodline. This is how tribes was broken up. The person who had the weakest bloodline of it, they let them go on their own. They're like, y'all go like the albino.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, y'all can't be around. You know, y'all can be seen from miles away. You know what I mean? So y'all get us in trouble. So
Right.
y'all
That's
go
interesting because it was the same with the lions.
Yeah,
remember
exactly.
in Fossil they had the white lions. They had their own little.
Yeah.
They could be seen. They could camouflage.
That's the story of life. You know what I mean?
Which makes sense.
Yeah. So we just got to really think about when it comes to racism. We really don't have racism. We have classism.
Yes.
Well, racism is
dislike.
it's taught.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like if you pay
I think
attention
so.
to the kids, they don't see
Oh
that.
my God.
Yeah,
They
they
don't
be
see
having
anything.
No.
Their
Yeah.
whole thing is, do you want to be my friend?
Exactly.
And if you don't want to be my friend, then they hurt.
Yeah,
and
you
they
not
think
my
it is
friend
the-
no more.
Yeah, that's it.
But when it's taught, you hear ignorant things like, "Oh no, you can't go here tonight. It's nigga night." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so that stuff happens
Oh,
too.
I like to hear that because I don't want to be on nickel night.
He's like, I'll stay home with
Brittany
you.
went around all her white friends like, y'all playing ball today?
Okay.
I'm just talking.
No, but Brittany, you played sports with multicultural people.
Mm-hmm.
What was your defining moment when you realized they really not for us?
On the basketball court, when they would do little mental things to play mind games
yeah,
with you and say little things.
Y'all can't see it right. Cut your radio down. Cut your radio down.
Top of the top caller, you on the air.
Hey, how you? Good morning. This is the Underrated Darkness. I'm calling from Virginia, Newport News, Virginia.
What up, bro? What's going on with you?
So,
What's going on, Brother Todd? What's going on, everybody? This is my first time calling in and everything, and I enjoy the conversation. And I mean, as me being a black man, wherever you at, that's how you gotta operate. But make sure you be mature about it. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of us, we it depends how your upbringing is and how you conduct yourself. If you that in, you that in.
right.
And so so sometimes I took care of business. I have to be there in to be the end. I need mine. To make sure to take care of myself and stuff. But I feel this is a great conversation because I think these conversations need to be broader. And I like what you're doing. And I like what you're doing. It need to be broader. It need to be consistent because now, as we see in the entertainment world and other parts, we decreasing.
Yes,
we let
exactly.
money get in the way. We let family get in the way. The family's not lasting. The marriage is not lasting. The relationship is not lasting.
Yeah.
And I know it's gonna sound corny. We got to get back, be genuine people.
Ooh.
I agree.
Hey, how did you hear about us, there, brother?
Brother Todd.
Oh, that's a good bro. Hey, good one. You definitely got the East Coast.
Yeah, I'm originally from New York. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody.
I'm about to say you can't hide that, brother. You can't hide that.
I love the way they talk in New York.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can't hit it. I can't hide it.
You definitely can't hide that shit because you like, yo, this. I'm telling you, B.
It's a different type of energy that they bring. I love it.
I appreciate you calling in, bro. That's what's up. Keep
I think I'm trying to pass the number out so people can call in and but y'all don't keep it guarded. I subscribe to y'all, so don't worry about that.
Thank you. You real.
I be chatting it inside. I think I'm the only one in the chat, matter of fact. But don't worry
about it. We're about to get somebody on the YouTube chat right now.
I see you watch this on YouTube. Nice. Thank you so much for tapping in.
We appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, anytime. Y'all keep up the fine work and keep this conversation going. And black people, y'all hear me right now, but people are mailing. Please subscribe to these brothers and sisters. If we said we want to change, we gotta look within us. Let's make a change. We created some stuff. So no matter what class you're in, no matter what position you in, let's do it because everybody's against us right now in this world.
Yeah. Right.
And we have to understand. That. So please, I urge y'all. Whatever it is, get out of it and let's motivate. You don't have to you can disagree. It's fine, but we got to motivate. We got to motivate right now. Y'all keep it a good word.
For sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace.
All right.
Yeah.
And one thing about being in Virginia, he can hit like 5 other states. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He said he gonna pass the number.
I mean, you talking about Baltimore, right? Baltimore.
Please.
You
stop.
New York.
From Detroit.
We actually met on TikTok, and then I ended up getting on his show Monday.
Oh, he had a show?
Yeah, he had a show Monday.
He didn't tell us about the show.
Hey, call back, man.
Let's
promote the show.
It was dope, man. So that's how we ended up. I posted something about being a Gemini, and he tapped in and said he was one too, and that's how the conversation kind of got started.
So it was like 20 of y'all together on one show.
Okay.
20 Gemini, New Yorker. You're like, yo, I sell you these watches, B. No, seriously, I got a good apartment for you.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, I got a car I want to sell you. You know what I mean?
But I love what he said when he was talking about like what's happening in the media and how we are decreasing because we're basically attacking each other in the media.
Yeah.
And this is why like I don't like Paul Pierce got on the platform and he was talking about marriage, right? And he's like, marriage doesn't benefit men. My thing is, okay, you had a bad experience, fine.
Yeah.
But don't go around bashing marriages and trying to discourage people from being married and doing those type of things. Because in other races, when they get a divorce, guess what? They remarried. That's how you build wealth. That's how you build anything.
And they remarry quick.
They do it.
They do.
But in our
they marry their sister.
But within us, it's like they have one bad traumatic relation. Oh, don't get married. Everybody say don't do that. And it's like no.
That they put out.
But you're destroying your own people.
It's either don't get married or don't mess with no more black women. That's the message that get put out.
Yeah.
That's the message that get put out.
Maybe you picked the wrong one because you was the wrong one.
Or maybe men can't cope.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, it also depends if you was raised around your father or had a father.
That had a lot to do with
it. That's why I like Denzel Washington, right? Because Denzel Washington always say her mindset is what's going to raise your children.
Yeah.
So what he was saying was a lot of men get caught up in what the woman looks like, and which is all it is. And you're not paying attention to how the woman is thinking and moving. Yeah. Shut up, Mama.
I'm gonna clap only because I got the bigger picture. You see what I'm saying? I got the bigger picture.
I was like, you got that right, Todd.
Yeah.
That's not like, my God.
It took a long time for me to get out of that, though. Get out of the whole just paying attention to the physical. Because at one time, I remember going after a girl that physically was just immaculate to me. Mm-hmm. And once I got to talking to her, I'm like, ugh.
She ain't that smart.
I'm like, yo, I'm not even attracted no more. Like, and I couldn't. And my homies, of course, they like, dog, are you serious? You about to do this? You about to end this for what? Just because she don't know how to keep up a conversation? I'm like, no, it's not even just that. She got a nasty attitude.
Yeah, and you got to deal with that after. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So,
and then
my homies, they ignorant. They're like, bro, you not about to have sex with her brain. You about to have sex with her, nigga.
That comes along too. That comes along too.
What's up?
How the people who said that to you? How are they? How are they? Did they have children?
Yeah, they have children.
How was their children in their life?
I have no clue because I don't talk to those people no more.
Todd, like I grew up. Okay.
Todd, like I grew up.
Yeah. I thought you about to say you seen crime in the D, right? That's his children.
No, you know what? The funny thing is about me and my old friend group, I was always ahead of my time with them. It was me and one other my other homie. He called in a few times.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up with them, kinda. And
the black guy.
Yeah. But
the man know his name is, he got black in his name.
No, not him. Okay. My other homie. Okay. So we grew up with them, and the problem was we was both ahead of our time.
Yeah.
He was way smarter than everybody, but when it came down to dealing with women, I was smarter than everybody.
Gotcha.
They thought I was a fool for telling women.
Smarter or wiser?
Wiser. I would say wiser. But I was like, they looked at me like I was stupid for telling women the truth. I'm like, look, bro, I don't have the passes that you guys got, so I have to be honest.
Oh, right.
So,
women can actually handle the truth way more than you give us credit for.
They can.
Way more than you give us
them a choice. You give them a choice to deal with what you're saying or not.
No, you're lying. You're lying. Hold on.
Not too much on Miss Chambers.
Don't you do it.
Hold on, Miss Chambers. I ain't mean to say you're lying, but you're lying. But listen,
just say you think she's wrong.
Good answer.
Look, you see his hands. He like,
that was a therapy.
Okay,
he like to keep your hands stitched up, Todd. Keep your hands stitched up, Todd.
It was a therapy. He was like, just say that she's wrong. That you think that she's wrong. That was such a therapy response. Ain't nothing wrong with
Shout out.
Get your hands on the guy.
The reason I say that because she only locked down to the part of giving us what you accept. But if we say to tell the truth, like when you look fat in that dress, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay. The delivery.
That color don't look good on you, right? When we say those things, I'm talking when you say women can't handle the things that you tell the truth.
It comes down to the delivery.
That's not true.
No. Because if you say that color maybe not be the most
befitting. You should have
befitting.
your stomach out.
But tell you right though, because
that's opinion.
Yeah.
That's a time.
It looks great.
Telly's right about the delivery because I remember I used to think being honest was keeping me out of hot water, so I would be just like how Miles would say, "Hey, look,
disrespectful."
I wouldn't try to be disrespectful, but I didn't know anything about delivery.
Gotcha.
No clue. So my thing would be, hey, you shouldn't wear that, and then if you gonna wear that, wear it with this.
There you go.
Something like that. But my delivery was bold,
and
I didn't realize like I was saying it messed up.
But it don't be on you. It be women.
Let him finish his
No, it was on me. Trust me, it was on me.
We do that to y'all.
I'm about to say, hold on. So women say, if I look fat, just tell me I look fat, right?
Yeah.
And he be like, well, you look fat in that dress. See, I knew it. You ain't like the dress.
You could say you look a little plump.
I'm not going to ask that question.
Brittany, you would never ask that question.
Because if I'm asking that question, that means I already look fat to
you
me.
Look a little
I'm not going to ask that question.
But most of the time, women already know what's wrong with the shit they're wearing.
Be lying.
Exactly. They lie to themselves first. Yeah. So I know damn well they're going to lie to me.
I'm not going to ask that question.
I mean,
because if I say, like, to me, if I'm asking that question, I already feel like I look fat. So,
but then it could just be me.
Comfortable with what you have on.
Yeah, like it might be a little tight or something. It's like, I'm gonna have to get up out of this.
You just learned the laws of life, how to speak very pleasant. You and Ty go to the same therapist.
But speaking of therapy, I want people to read this psychiatrist. Right, he's like this famous world-round psychiatrist. His name is Carl Jung, and he basically talks about. I'm sure you know who he is, and he basically just talks about how people are mirrors of us and what we're dealing with on the inside. So it goes back to we already know if we're looking some type of way. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of us being honest with ourselves. And then if a dude does say something, it's like it hurt because you already knew it. You know what I'm saying?
It was a big girl. It was a big girl
we already knew.
It was a big girl in Outback, right? She got into it with this guy at the bar. He said, "You're a fat bitch." She said, "Since I was 12." But what does that matter? I was like this. I was like the nigga like this.
Because what else can you say after that? And it don't be anything.
But she accepted it.
Because there's nothing else that you can say.
Because when you own it, what else do you have?
Exactly. Well, that's where the confidence comes in. That you said. Yeah. So it's just a matter of just being truthful and honest with yourself.
Yes. I like this conversation. Wednesdays is always my favorite day.
Like even the ugly parts of yourself. Just be honest. I mean, it takes time to get there, obviously.
Like last week, Miles introduced me to some girl. I never met her before. It was two young ladies. One young lady lady. I said, hey, how you doing? Shook her hand. The other young lady walked up to me. She said, hey, little man. I said, hey, my name is Brandon. You know what I'm saying? Now, Miles already introduced me as Ty. So when she came back up, it was like, hey, little man. And I shook her hand. I was like, actually, my name is Brandon.
Was she little?
Yeah.
There
she
you
was.
go.
But here's the
yeah,
right. So my point, but when I said that to her though, the other girl that walked away from shaking my hand, she was like, yeah, you. She said you got it messed up. I just laughed and said all the way, but I wasn't mad because obviously I'm used to short jokes, whatever. She was like, oh, it's okay. You ain't got to be mad. I know big things come in small packages. I said I'm well aware. And I kept it like, and you know
she was doing a terrible job of flirting.
So
it was a terrible job of flirting.
You just leave them right
You just have to leave them where they're at.
I get it.
It
because
sounded like she was doing a terrible job of flirting.
I would have been like,
You have to.
I got, I got you.
Miles, that's because that's the mirror. That's the
mirror.
Look in the mirror.
Listen,
I'm going to start carrying one around.
When women try, that's funny. Be like this. Floop.
Okay, we're mirroring.
I'm in the habit of when women try to talk to me, I'm like, I'm toxic. So
you tell it all.
Don't lead with that because that intrigues some people.
No, exactly.
I'm not intrigued.
Top of the top, calling you on the air.
Hey.
Good morning,
How y'all doing?
No, he's smiling.
Is he drunk?
No, I wish I was. I should be at this point after all I went through this morning.
Let's go to stars.
Look at me. Oh, no.
Well, we're talking about being true to ourselves. Carl Jung, which is a brilliant philosopher or whatever, you know, but that also should be required even as we look at ourselves as a group.
Yes. You are
We
right.
don't want to hold ourselves accountable for shit.
At all.
At all.
No, you're right.
That's the men and the women. You are absolutely correct.
True. Very true.
And more or less when it comes to our people, we don't want to be realistic that, little man and them around the corner breaking in the house and stealing catalytic converters and bust Granny upside her head and take her purse. We'll scam you. We don't want to be accountable. And it's just, if we can start personally with ourselves and then eventually go off into maybe as a group to understand, like, this is why week after week I talk about celebrity worship. We put too much emphasis on people who are flawed just like us and black just like us, and they really don't have anything of worth of note that we should be putting on a pedestal. At all.
What should have woke everybody up, especially in the black community, is the whole situation blowing up with Will and Jada. Like, Mr. 80 million a movie can't even keep somebody happy. So come on, bro. Let's stop all of this. Stop all this comparing.
Well, I think it just showed his insecurities as a man, meaning that all the stuff that he accomplished, it doesn't mean anything. So again, it's going back to doing his point. It's going back to doing the inner work for us personally.
Because he's making 80 million or 20 million a movie, he's more important than maybe the couple down the block.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? There's so much. We have to stop. Well, this athlete does this, or if Shador does this, or if LeBron do this, or if Kanye says, listen, we have to work on ourselves. And the first thing we have to admit as a group that we're not the consciousness of society. None of us are, especially our group.
Okay.
We are just as criminal, just as devious, and we see it over and over and over again when we keep putting these people on the pedestal. We keep showing bad examples. But the normal guy that works, that lives down the block, who doesn't lives in a modest house, we don't never champion them. How he's holding his marriage together, how him and his wife don't have these issues, and they're in love, and they're raising their kids. No, we want to talk about, because we see someone that looks like us doing something in a white realm. Don't forget that. It's a white realm. That we think that they should be, whatever they're going through, trumps and represents all of us. No, it doesn't. It's not accurate. And then we sit here and we know the criminals. We know the crooks, the bad people. And we act as though, no. We should free such and such. He didn't do it. You know he did. But we don't want to have no accountability on that. And once we start with that, we'll be better off. This conversation will be about, we can't be racist. You're right, Miles, because we don't have no power, and racism is a construct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
You can't go to school because you look like that.
Right. Very true.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say this. We did have these conversations numerous times on podcasts within the past 5 years, right? What I said in the beginning is what I'll say now. When I was homeless and I got off being homeless, I started to feed the homeless.
Right.
Because I see
you
the
knew
problem,
what it was like, yeah.
right? Because I knew what it was like. And then as time progresses, I even came out of my own pocket, right? Mm-hmm. But the more I came out of my pocket, the less support I got.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah. So what happened is, podcast has probably been the best thing for me in the past 5 years because at least I see we can bring people together.
Right.
The problem is we fighting for a purpose is a different thing, and Miss Chambers is here because she's fighting with a purpose. And with people, and we'll get to her right after the break, but we need something that we stand for, fight for, and work for.
Yeah.
Right. And like what Dorian was saying with celebrities just working.
That's
okay?
Exactly.
That's it.
And so, but it was like Denzel, the Snoop Dogg's, they actually do little league football.
Yeah.
Right?
They do.
And Denzel said he haven't missed a little league football game. He'd be like, they got to work around my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Like
because that's important.
Because it's important for him. It's value of him for him.
Yeah.
And I just really believe we're going to keep having these talks until like us five right in this room can say we're doing something.
Absolutely.
And we keep doing it. And
we don't value family.
No.
We don't value marriage. We don't value our children. And I say it all the time. We don't make music for our kids. We don't make TV shows for our kids. We don't do anything for our children.
But the society has changed, though, with what they feel is valuable and worthy. And that's just like the gentleman said. It's all about how they idolize what they see versus what they're a part of. You're a part of a great home, but you're looking at, well, we ain't really got no money like them. Mm-hmm. We ain't got the clothing like them.
Yep.
And we ain't driving Cybertruck.
Right. So that changes the value of, I love my mom, I love my daddy, I love my home, but I want to be like them. Yeah. Because they got that bread. They got that money.
And we also have to forget that we're living in a capitalist society, which is inherently racist.
If we look at if we can, I would like to not touch y'all, but at least ask y'all to do this. Look up when did they put "In God We Trust" on the back of money. Yeah. And then you will see where the main problem came in at, right?
Well, that's spiritual.
I'm just
we going into spiritual.
That's spiritual now.
I just want us to look at that, and then we'll see. We live in an area, we work in an area right now where we can see Jewish people or Jews or Jewish people actually, Amish people walking around. Right? At certain days, they don't even drive cars.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of days.
I mean, because that's not what they believe in. So they believe in something. And the truth is we believe in nothing. And the things that we believe is nothing that we can touch, feel, or see. And when you asking people, do you believe in God? And a person say yes, and you say why, they don't know what to say. Because
we don't even have that anymore.
We don't even have that. So when a person, I like when my friend was asked me, he said, hey Doc, how you doing? I said, I'm blessed. He said, why? It fucked me up. I was like, this was like my younger years. And I was saying it because that's what everybody was saying.
Right.
And then my mentor said, Miles, you know why I'm blessed? And then so I got it. And then so I know what to say, and I know how to express myself. But again, when people ask you questions that you always say, you like, I'm cool, I'm happy. No, you're not. So why are you not smiling? Or what did you do today that made you happy?
Right.
People be lying I feel terrific because they say, well, if you say it, you manifest it. No, the fuck you don't.
It's just what it is.
It is what it is.
That goes back to what I was saying with the Carl Jung, right? So what he was saying was, how it works is it's not what you're saying, it's what you're dealing with internally, what's going to happen.
Facts.
So just because you're saying something, if you're not internally, processing that and relieving that, then it's not going to happen. So whatever you're dealing with internally is what you're going to see outwardly.
Yeah. I mean, and that's very true because like Chantel, she come in and she said, hey. I'm like, hey. She said, what's wrong?
Yeah, because she's dealing internally, but then her outward, she tried to make it seem like. But if we learn to listen, if we really learn to listen to people, which is why I love acting so much, right? Because when you're doing acting, that's why the eyes are so important, because it's what's happening underneath, not what the characters actually saying that people fall in love with.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's how we are really dealing with life. That's why it's so important in acting to listen to what, because it's like, what are they really saying? And it helps with relationships too. Like your partner can say one thing, but it's like, wait, what she really saying?
But exactly. It's about the tone too. Everybody can. If you know a person, it transcends to what they're saying and how they're saying. So when you're a listener, you receive what they're saying, but internally you're analyzing it like, okay, that's not their normal.
But that's crazy you say that, because most men are monotone. Most men, honestly.
Let me think.
They monotone.
But they are, if you're in their presence and you look at them.
Yeah, exactly.
If you actually talk to people through their eyes and watch their mouth, you can know if something is off.
You know, if they have a stroke too. You be like, oh, Jesus.
That's why eye contact is so important. Yeah. And you know, if you really pay attention to people,
I knew
some
you was
people
about to clap it up.
like some people would not look you in your eye, and I'd be like, I look people dead in their eye.
Well, hold on. This is what we talking about. We talking about black people, racist, right? Muslim women do not look men in the eyes if they're not married.
It's disrespectful.
But guess what? If you don't know that, you think something wrong with them.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking to my cousin.
Even I know that.
Because you heard it on the show. Anyway,
it's not like you really knew the information.
Anyway, so I was talking to my cousin. I was like, "Hey," and she's like, yeah." I'm saying, so I asked my other cousin, like, Is baby girl okay? You know what I mean? She's like, yeah, you know, she Muslim, so she can't talk to you. I said, but I'm her cousin.
It's different.
You're a man. You're a man. You say that because, well, maybe because I'm a woman, but I see Muslim women talk to.
If they married, they don't look well. And
this new age is coming.
I was gonna say, because I'm around the Muslim women.
Yeah, he's American.
They don't even wear their hijab.
Top of the top, calling you on the air.
They Muslims.
What's going on?
I'm back. I heard that somebody said you want me to call back.
Oh yeah. Tell us about the show. What's your
show?
Well, my channel is the Underrated Darkness. Y'all go check that out. I will post a link in the chat, the YouTube chat. My channel's about, I talk about it. Oh, you could have told them this.
No. I wanted you to. This is your channel, bro.
I was not doing that. Well, I talked about everything: sports, politics, my lifetime experience. All I can say is just go through my channel. Y'all still 30, like I told brother. Go through my channel. If y'all like it, y'all enjoy. So I talk about everything, So. Okay. It's all about growth. It's all about, I'm not I'm not afraid of the system. So I stand against it, and I even hold accountable black men and black women, families and stuff. I even talk about my own life experience.
That's dope. So you ain't talking about that Diddy trial, is you?
No, I ain't touching that. Y'all ain't touching that.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch that. Everybody talking about that. I can put my spin on it, and it's definitely true. But that means I have to really
get into it.
You have to really get, because people say the internet. See, me born and raised in New York, I know what's going on. I seen what's going on, and so it was a lot of people. They just want where I'm not saying some information out there what they saying it's not true, but I really believe that if you really want to talk about P Diddy, you got to talk P Diddy when he was down with the Uptown Records,
right? Yeah,
you got to talk about those times. So people want to talk about in 1990s and stuff. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but you got to talk about the man. You got to talk about how he was raised. You got to talk about how he is, and the family, and I think that is really missing, in New York. So, he talk about his father. His father was down with the mob, got shot up when he was a baby. You know what I'm saying? How he was raised. I mean, I'm saying like that. P Diddy is not a good person.
Got you. That's real.
Okay.
He's not a good person. You know, I know, like I had people that I know personally who've been in the entertainment business. And I see to myself, he's not a good person. I'm not talking. Did he did some good? Okay, yeah, but you know,
I only met him a couple of times. So
yeah, you know, people put themselves in certain positions. You know, you know what he all about. So I look at it like, you know what he is. It's out there, but you put yourself. But see, if I say something like that, you. It's like, especially like, oh, you against women. So that's why, like, certain things. As I talk to Brother Todd, I don't. When it comes to certain things in New York, I don't like talking about it because I'm gonna tell the truth, and there's people gonna be in their feelings, gender gonna be in the way, class, and all this and that, and you know, and I don't. I
you sound like me.
I don't blame you, bro. I definitely don't blame you.
I mean, it's we don't have to talk about
it. No, but so when do your show come on?
I come anytime.
No, I'm talking about what show do you? Oh, you said you come on at anytime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. He got live on YouTube.
I come in when I fit in. Today I might get on maybe 2-3 hours.
Damn.
I'm going to talk about. See, you're squeezing me. You had me. You had me snitching. Stop.
Right.
No, but I'm a lot, and I think that dealing with genuine people, you know, I'm thinking on it, but that's what I really want to talk about today. And any panel discussion, any people want to get on the panel, you know, y'all feel free to get on and everything. But I think that before I get off, I think us as a people that sometimes we think the grass is greener until sometimes it's too late, and then sometimes we want to get back the opportunities, and sometimes it's there. That's what I bring up. Genuine people, and also I'm trying to do my best to put God first.
There you go.
That's what's up.
I'm trying to do that because, you know, there's a lot of elements out there that cause to do that. So I've been thinking about this for a long time, how to go about doing that. I just don't want to touch it because I want to be sure about it, pray on it and everything.
Okay.
But it's just that us, you know, sometimes moments could cost us opportunities, and that's why, you know, us as a people, we always be behind this stuff. Like I appreciate like Brother Todd when he was on my show a few days ago, and we was talking about marriage. And I really appreciate it because what he had to overcome. I'm not gonna get into it, but we have to overcome. And he got married twice, and he just think about, and he gonna make it work. And I think that sometimes that. How about if Brother Todd, like, I'm going to this moment, but instead of like, I'm going to be better than this, I'm going to put my trust in God. I'm going to put my trust in Him. I'm going to put that trust, and I'm going to be firm leader of my family. I'm going to be a firm leader in my community and whatever I do. Yeah. And I think that is sometimes we got to surround it by genuine, strong people that, hey, look, if I effed up, then tell me I'm effed up because you know, so I could do better. And so we have to be around people that you know, they like the glaring and stuff. I don't want to be around glaring because you fake.
That's right.
Hey man.
So I gotta go, but that's what I'm gonna talk about. But I will post it. If I'm gonna do, I will post it in my social media. And Brother Ty, if you want to, y'all get y'all will get it. That's
I'm gonna definitely share it with my people.
We appreciate you, brother.
Definitely.
And come on through.
Thank you.
Hey, yo, we about to go. Hey, yo, you already know what time it is. It's 10:30. It's time to break. We'll be right back. Y'all watching the Rise and Ground Morning Show right here on podcasting. It's the Rise and Ground Morning Show. Don't forget to go hit subscribe on YouTube. Right now. Peace. We'll be right back.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
So I'm gonna be like Queen Latifah and these bitches set it off. I ain't risking my life for no $2,000. You got $1 million in the hood.
Somebody gonna fuck around and rob that motherfucker. You see a bitch, and smack a bitch.
Hey, real quick, I know you guys are enjoying the show. Yes, we are always having a good time on the Rise and Grind show. But please, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, type in Rise and Grind Morning Show. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Therefore, you can always be in tune with our live content and interact with us, be in the comments, and we can keep bringing dope, hot content to you. Now, we're going right back to the show.
You just see the way she jumped.
I thought you was on YouTube.
Well, that wasn't. Welcome back to the Rise and Grind. You've been so caught up in your superstardom
I was
on
reading.
Broad Day.
I was not paying attention to that.
Of course you was.
Shout out to Broad Day. Y'all go watch that on Tubi.
Yeah.
I think it's like number 2 or something like.
If you put in Tubi, Broad
It's a great
Day,
movie.
that qualify you to win the eyeglass wear with the Bluetooth and built in. Today
They come in handy.
Right.
They did play.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, that's what I'm like,
you back a minute and a half ago?
It's okay. It's okay.
Chanie, introduce our guest, please.
Yes. Hey, everybody. We have Miss Chambers here. She has a walk event that is coming up. I will definitely put the flyer up, and we're going to have her dive into what time, what day, what things that we can expect, and how often that she does this. So here is the flyer. And then, Miss Chambers, we're going to have you take it away with information about the walk.
All right. Well, I want to thank you all for having me here to be able to talk about what my organization does. We are a nonprofit 501c3, Worthy Chambers Community Services Incorporated. We provide places and spaces of inclusion and diversity for individuals that have Down syndrome, autism, and other cognitive impairments in the city of Detroit. So this Sunday, May 18th, is our annual mental health walk. It's a community event. It's open to the public. We have our community walk that'll be from 1 to 3. Registration starts at 11:30. We have an awesome panel that'll be inclusive with Dr. Shanice Johnson, Minister Robert Young, Roscoe Davis, Armando King, Alfonso May, Dr. Alicia Alston, Dr. Monique Sharice Rahman, and Tamika Murray and Candy Williams. And then on the inside of Rosedale, we have vendor spaces. So vendors that'll be around the city. Okay. But the main purpose for this mental health walk is to provide information, like D-Win will be there, to provide resources for where you can get help. The panel has...
What is D-Win?
It's Detroit. I'm sorry about that. It's Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network.
Okay. And what's their purpose or their function?
They provide resources and different information for those that need assistance, whether it's with mental health, whether it's with social service or health programs that they can get resources from.
Okay, so that's one of your resource plugs through your organization, Worthy Chambers.
Yes.
Okay, cool. How can people find you?
You can go to our website, which is worthychamberscs.org, or email us with any questions or concerns at support@worthychamberscs.org.
Okay.
What was the motivation behind you getting into mental health?
Well, May is Mental Health Month.
Right.
So because my organization deals with different aspects of special needs, sometimes the caregivers become so overwhelmed and so drained, and also the individuals themselves don't have spaces and places or safe spaces to talk or be their individual selves. Okay. So socializing becomes hazardous, and we have some individuals that are nonverbal or have speech impediments that people tend to just label them, so to speak, but also steer away from them, or when they have fits is what most people call them. But it's just like if you are unable to express how you feel, you get frustrated.
Right.
A nonverbal person is always frustrated because they're trying to tell you what they want, tell you what they need. And the caregiver, the parent, they get frustrated, and sometimes that clashes. So the purpose of the mental health is to have individuals there that can talk to you, provide resources, provide ways of coping. We'll have some designers in the park that are using their artistic ways to, we call it healing hands, because some people need to express themselves through, like, you act. So does Armando King, so does Roscoe Davis, you know, and they use their tools of acting as a way to deal with some of the things that they've been through. You know what I'm saying? So that's the purpose of the mental health walk, is to give everybody a broad scope of information from different aspects.
Okay. I'm sure that's very frustrating with the nonverbal, even down to like sometimes do they write? That doesn't help. Okay, so some of them do write and things like that. Okay.
And so would you say a lot of times past traumas affect today's results?
Yeah, that any trauma doesn't just include like abuse. It could be the mental abuse or the lack of support, where people feel like they're not good enough. Like one of the shirts, like this was our last year shirt, and it's okay not to be okay.
Okay.
But the theme this year is it's okay not to be okay, but know when to go. So know when to go talk to somebody.
Yeah. So I love that, right?
Yeah.
Here's what I say. That I got friends that have shirts like that, right? I said, but do you think being in that state of mind without having, should we be more solution based with the things and messages we put on shirts? Because it's like when you say it's okay to be okay, right? Those are, I used to call them, those are pacifying behaviors, right? It's okay to be angry, Todd. It's not okay to be angry.
It's okay to be angry in the moment, but don't stay there.
Yeah.
Because that's a form of expression.
That ain't what the shirt say.
Right. I say that all the time. Like, it's okay to be in your feelings, but don't stay in your feelings.
So that's what I'm talking about. That's a solution based message, right? Yeah. What I was getting out of was, we do novelty things in our workplace, in our business, right? And we'd never be solution based. Right? And the difference between us is that we do a lot of pacifying communication. Right? Yes. Just pray on it. No, you just can't just pray on it.
No, because that's not a solution. You can pray on it, but when you're talking about the spiritual realm, if you believe in God and you trust what the Bible says about believing in God, then you give it away. But
this is good.
But people tend to give it to God, but then still try to fix it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
You can't do both.
Can't both. And so here's what I say to people with that, right? Chemotherapy, right, is good for you, but it's not good for you. Because chemo kills everything.
Right. Not just the bad
thing. Right. So it kills everything, right? Now, you're trying, once it kills everything, you hoping that your body has the energy to heal itself. Right. So, but the fighting thing about it is, the solution is, you have to take your time with it, even when you're sick. Cancer is letting your body, is letting you know that your body is working still. Because cancer can't live in something that's dead.
Right.
True.
You feel me? So you have to give yourself some patience and some time, even with your thinking, when you think about messages and stuff like that. Like, it's okay to be okay. But if you say it's okay to be okay, but don't stay in your grief or whatever, that's like, okay, I get it. But if you say it's okay to be okay, it's not okay to be okay. we look at novelty. We black folks think of novelty thinking a lot. You know, oh, just pray on it. Oh, don't worry, the Lord will take care of it.
No, you got to do the work. You got to do the work.
Exactly, you have to do the work.
That's
like our new theme this year for this walk is "You are worthy," and on the back it says "Your journey has purpose." So you can, you have to know that you're enough, but you can't just go through life blaming everybody for what happened to you. You have to do something to change the narrative of your life.
Say the shirt again.
Our shirt this year is "You are worthy," and on the back it says "Your journey has purpose."
Okay, so me, solution based, right?
Mm-hmm.
Front, your journey has purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Then on the back, say that. And the reason why is because people.
Oh, I got both.
No, but
so I should. Yeah, I have birth.
Yeah,
I have both.
You have birth?
I have both.
I have to turn to Medea. I got birth. But no, the reason why I say that, and it's not to go against how nobody do their stuff.
No.
It's just that your message. Habakkuk 2:2 said, "Write it down, make it plain." Right?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. If you make it plain when people see it, you're winning.
Mm-hmm.
Because if people. Your journey's okay. I'm with that. Yeah, it is. Because some people just be feeling down. Maybe they doing the wrong shit. Me and Calvin had a conversation 2 months ago, and we was like, "Man, do you think this is like where where it ends for us at?" You know what I mean? Because we done so much already, and people still haven't got it, or a lot of people still need to catch up.
Yeah.
So is this it? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And me and him both came to the conclusion, no, this is not it. We got to keep going. Because those people, though we think people are smarter than what they are, and they just not.
Yeah.
So they don't know the look on the back of your shirt.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm being very honest with you. So we have to think of those things. And me and Chester, when we have conversations, like, she make me think of certain things. Like, damn, there are people who think like this. So
She definitely. She lets me know.
She'll open your mind.
That people think like that, and I don't know what world that is.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, it made me realize, like, we live in a fictitious world where we just throw shit on the wall and see what's going to happen for real.
Yes, that's why I always say, don't nobody know.
That's why I don't like. That's why I don't like abstract paint. That's why I don't like abstract painting. You could just drew the damn elephant. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to blink my eyes.
It's to fire up. It's to fire up your mind to keep it moving.
First of all, if my mind ain't fired up in the beginning because I ain't been in the damn art gallery all these
That's
years,
why I work.
it's not fired up. I tell people, draw it, make it simple, and then when people get it, they be like, "Well, what if this was like this and we could do it like this?" And then you come up with an abstract, so you got to blink 3 times, stand on one leg and wink, and you see the elephant.
But abstract art is supposed to be so you can see. What do you see?
What do you see?
It's a conversation piece.
Guess what?
I like it. I'm with you.
Yeah, it's a conversation piece.
That's just because his mind works in a different way.
Definitely, but it sounds good, right? But hey, how do blind people pick art?
They feel.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is fucking abstract.
Art is a feeling.
Yes.
So everything is abstract to them.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look at life as abstract. Everybody not gonna have the same experience.
No, that's just perception.
Yes,
No,
that's
because for me,
Perception.
both of my godparents were blind. Well, I still have one that's alive.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, a lot of people, I look at things differently because my godparents were blind. They have 2 children. They never saw them. They never saw each other, but they they were very good with their professions. So they learned how to move through life, not seeing, but by feeling through messages and by physical feel.
And most important thing, say it. You missed out one very important thing.
What's that, Miles?
Listening. They listen differently. They hear everything.
Yes, they heard
he wanted
everything.
to be right with his story.
No,
it was too early.
I said how important listening is. I just wanted to put that out
But I
there.
know you said how to listen was important.
We had that conversation.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Listening is
Right here.
a fundamental factor of
Brittany,
any
you almost
relationship.
flew away. Your head got big.
Me and her. I just
playing.
said how important listening
No,
is.
but I was talking about in the situation with the blind, dealing with blind. She did like this. What is this?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. That's what you need to call him.
Dorian said God is directing your move, but who's writing the move?
He said God is directing your movie, but it's you who's writing the movie.
Yeah.
He kind of wrote it.
He wrote everything.
He definitely kind of wrote it.
That's the one.
He said, I knew you.
Yeah.
You were in your mother's room. I know the plans. I think he wrote it.
Yeah, so there's a theory that Helen Keller, who was blind, right?
She was blind.
She was saying the people that have sight only see what's in front of them, but those who are blind see what's around the corner,
which is vision.
And so those are the things when I be saying about us, we need to move like we're blind. We need to listen, right, and have vision more. I got a theory in life. I said boys have dreams and men have vision, because when you have no time to dream when you're 50. You have to go for it.
Yeah.
All that old playing shit and playing around like tomorrow do not exist in my world.
What is biblical?
I live by the Bible.
I'm just saying it is. It's in the Bible.
Hold on. So when people say, Gigi took offense when I said Bible yesterday, right?
Bible.
Yeah.
It's the Bible.
It's the Bible.
Yeah.
We made a joke about it.
We made a joke, but I'm trying to say, but when you say biblically, what's the difference? You feel me?
Yeah.
So I be trying to
because we get caught up on things.
On words. Yeah.
We get caught up on things that have no.
So when you're religious, you stand hard about this ain't. I had a Muslim
That's what
friend.
has destroyed the black race is religion.
Oh my God! Because
not
separated us.
spirituality.
That's what
It separated us, and it controlled us at the same time.
Because we're actually spiritual.
I like that pastor who got the deep voice. What's his name? He be talking like this.
We don't know.
No, the bald head dude. He be talking like this.
We don't know.
He like sisters don't belong in church. You know what I mean?
We don't know.
So he had.
It's gonna be funny to be like you.
We don't know.
That sounds like Red Fox.
Right, but it could be his uncle. But listen, he had his wife. He said, "This is my wife, right? She's not the first lady of the church. This is my wife."
Got you.
I never liked the first lady term.
Yeah.
I'm the one and only.
She has a lot of responsibility.
No, hold on.
I'm the one and only. I'm not the first.
Hold on.
The one and only.
I'm the last.
How about this? She don't have a lot of responsibility.
She does.
No, she don't. Her responsibility is to be her wife, his wife.
And that comes with a lot of responsibility. He lead the whole congregation.
Yeah. Well, sometimes the congregation can be messed up.
Okay, you need him more than. Is it on?
So what I was getting to was that he was saying that your name should not be on the church, and when he said that, oh my God, his name was flatline. Like it said, your name should not be on the church.
It's God's
It should be God, or it should be saying Jesus Christ or God.
That's why I go to Revelation Nation. I go to Revelation Nation.
So that's it.
I can see her right now.
It's Revelation.
Oh, my people, Revelation Nation.
No, it's really a church.
I believe. GP, are you with
It's
me?
really a church.
It really is a church.
But
It's called
no,
Revelation
but,
Nation.
but that's what Muslims, they have Mosque 1, Mosque 2, Mosque 3, and all of them just, so when again, being about racism, Muslims could be more racist than black folks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen
Oh man, yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you darker, like, oh my God, they do
Classism and racism.
they deal with colorism really bad and everything.
They deal with a whole lot,
Yeah.
but they're very religious.
Yes, very.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's a little. That turns into superstition to me, but yeah.
It's really like.
Oh, I go back and forth with some of my Muslims. Don't come over here because
It's some stuff I believe in.
Well, it all depends on what Muslim you do, because one guy.
Yep, it's different brackets of Muslim.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Because they don't look well. The ones I've
but
met,
it's
they
only
don't
three.
believe in
It's
the
only
devil.
three. I mean, you shouldn't believe in the devil. It's three.
I don't believe, but I believe he exists.
I believe he exists.
Yeah,
but
I don't believe it.
You can't be like, oh, the devil doing it. You mean to tell me God was like, okay, he's just a badass kid. You know what I mean?
The devil doing it.
I mean, because he like, hey, Shaitan, shut up. You know what I mean?
Hey, the devil.
Dad, I told him it was only cupcake cookies in there. Again, you know what I mean? Because we don't get it. Like, the devil has no power, right? We give the devil
all
power.
he does is manipulate.
Exactly.
That's his only power.
You know,
his tactic is manipulation.
You know what his manipulation is? Asking you a question.
That's it.
Because your dumb ass gonna say the wrong thing. You know, he be like, so what do you think about Brittany? You be first, he be like, well, she's okay. Okay, like how? These are like, well, she's kind of slim. You know what I mean? And you find this shit, right?
Yeah.
That was a badass kid. You know what I mean? Like if I was
that's a good way to that's how you gonna categorize it.
Like if I was your brother, like if I'm the devil, I'd be like, hey, mom said you can eat them cookies.
Right. Exactly.
And you go in there and eat the cookies. Mom like, who ate the cookies?
That's that temptation.
But
there you go.
It's just a play. It's just a play on things. Where God gave us the power of choice.
That's the one thing He gave everybody.
But you're right though, Miles. The devil's just a badass kid that don't know how to play mind games. That's it.
And we playing with ourselves.
Yeah, we do.
Because I mean, like
it's that mirror.
Yeah.
I keep trying to look out there. Y'all gotta go
get one today.
Read Carl Jung, okay? That man will get your life together.
I'm getting one today.
It's the mirror. I'm sorry.
A pocket mirror.
I'm just saying. It's called the mirror. Y'all need to look in it.
Okay. Wow.
Y'all need to look
Y'all
in
need
it.
to look
How about
into
people
it.
just start carrying around mirrors and when people come and talk to you bullshit, be like,
okay.
What the fuck that mean?
The mirror is
a pocket mirror.
You know what?
For
Just
you.
for playing purposes, I can see you and Telly doing that. For real.
Okay.
Just to play around.
The
with
mirror is for you. I just want y'all to know that.
Right.
Hey, wait a minute.
That's that person.
Calvin.
No, but I think it's just. I mean,
It's
if
that
y'all want
person.
to,
Yeah.
it's not them though.
Top of the top, caller, you on the air.
Hi, welcome to.
Hello.
Caller, you're on the air.
Yep.
Well, that's a no-go.
The
They
air.
hung up.
It's the air.
So
Caller,
Miss
you're on the air.
Shane, the walk. Where does the walk start at?
We're going to start at North Rosedale Park at 18445 Scarsdale. And we're going to walk around the entire building and playground. And
I'm about to say, that's a
baseball
big-ass
field.
building.
It is.
Okay.
Well, it
it's
says
like
for the 8.
Yeah. No. No, baby.
Like,
no.
how long we walking?
No,
from?
the walk is 1 to 3, and then,
Okay.
And Miss Chambers gonna have people walking around in the circle.
Baby, okay, listen, we're gonna walk. We're gonna get the community involved, and we did a community blast for Rosedale.
Okay.
Shout
I
out
see
to my vice president, which is Curtis Walthall, our social media. Which is Carolyn Drake's. Security is Nicole Daniels. Our business agent is Brunetta Williams. And, we're just trying to get people involved so they can know not only just about this mental health walk, but also about our organization and what we do for the individuals we advocate for.
What are the main gripes that the nonprofit organization face? Nonprofit. No, let me make myself clear. What are the main problems that an organization like yourself face?
Sponsorship funding. That's the biggest thing.
Who is seeking it? Do you just have a team on it, or y'all do it at y'all leisure? Do you have a period that y'all just go for it?
No, we look. We send out emails. We ask the community because we're a community-based organization.
I got three people you need to see immediately.
That's fine.
Here's the
I
thing.
appreciate it.
Here's the thing. I strongly believe that people who's nonprofit have this religion-based thing that God is going to send us to people, right?
Oh no, I do the work too.
I'm not targeted at you. So, but there's a lot of people you should reach out to, and I'm gonna give you one right now. Xfinity, Comcast, they love giving people money. Okay. T-Mobile, love giving people money. You have to reach out to those people. Another is a food Forgotten Harvest. Okay. They might not give you funds, but they give you food.
Yeah, which is really important.
Yeah, it is.
And so one of the tactics you can use as a nonprofit, maybe you need to do a food giveaway, partner with some other local people, do a food giveaway at a venue or your office space or parking lot where you at to draw. A lot of nonprofits is not newsworthy. Just because you're doing the work don't mean it's newsworthy. That's true. The news look for things that's newsworthy.
Sometimes.
Majority of the time.
Sometimes.
No, the reason I say majority of times because they looking for stuff that's different. Because right now the news is struggling. Because they reporting the internet stuff. So that's how you know how desperate
that's how you know the podcast is the new news.
Definitely all day.
Yeah. It is.
Sometimes we hit up differently. Like when Brittany, we can tell you news about Brittany nobody know.
You don't even know.
Okay.
But it's also about getting the information out there.
Yes.
And some people have different classes of what's important and what's not.
True.
It's
That's
like
true.
the stigma right now with autism. You have different levels of autism.
Yeah.
But the thing about the police force and recognizing an individual with autism, they need to be more informed and get more training to be able to have. I know they have now where they have a special unit that now comes out. Those are things that are important. I have a friend who has a son. He's like 6'9", and he's nonverbal, and he weighs about 330. He's a big, jolly guy, but he doesn't talk. So in an instance that he's out and he has a situation where he's unaware and he gets frantic, they're not, if somebody calls on him, they're not going to know. They're going to see a black young man, a big black young man.
That was on the news.
6'9", nonverbal.
One of the autistic guys got beat up because he was on the phone with his sister because he got lost.
In Detroit.
And he was in Detroit. Yeah, and he was taking pictures to kind of help
Tell her
navigate.
where she was.
And the man saw him taking pictures. They came and beat him up. So the sister's calling, like, trying to get the police to go and help him because he's autistic.
Right.
And there was another lady who had a son. I think he was like 6'4", and he was autistic. I don't know if he was verbal or nonverbal, but she was worried because he was tall, and I think he was biracial. So she was really nervous about him. And I agree. I do think that the police do need to have training on how to deal with that. I think everybody, because like if you're dealing in restaurants with things, like everybody needs to have training on that, because you don't know. And like you said, it's different levels. Some of them are verbal, some of them are not. Some of them can talk, some of them don't like light. You know what I mean? Like it's all different things.
Well, and another thing, what I would advise for people who have children who have autism, have them wear a charm or a bracelet that makes people aware of who they are, a status.
That makes sense.
But with that also, it needs to be publicized what the life alert is, what the diabetic bracelet is, but a lot of people don't know they know the autism colors, but they don't know if that person is autism nonverbal.
So here's the thing, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. When my mother had cancer, when she had cancer, they just came out with 2 type of buttons that was on the thing. Remember, it was only one. Yeah. If you was hurting, right?
If you fall and can't get up.
If you fall and can't get up, right? So,
Did your mother have one of those?
My mother had one of those because
I thought those was for older people.
No, those are for people who's hurt.
Okay.
So,
it's like an alert.
So my mother fell out the bed, but my mother used to call them, be hitting the button. She'd be like, I said, "Mom, why are you talking to them?" Shit, that bitch called me. I'd be like, "Mom, she did not call you. You hit the button." You know what I mean? And so they gave her one with the 2 buttons, right? So they said, "Mom, you have to tell her this is for when she just has to use the bathroom or something like this, and this is for that." So I believe it's not simple, but I believe it's easy to do. You know what I mean? I believe it's simple. I just don't believe it's easy to do. There can be a setup like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? With children with autism. And they need to have a website just for people with autism, like they have the pedophile website. Yeah. And it just be as simple as that, because they do facial recognition right now. You can actually put it to the kid's face, and their face could come up and say he's nonverbal and or whatever.
And you know what? They probably will do that.
That's something that the parent has to initiate, because that is in practice.
And the groups that say that they love autistic people. Because here's the thing, this is what I'm talking about. There's a solution for everything.
Oh, I believe that wholeheartedly.
You have to be willing to go the mile for it, though. It's not going to be placed in your face. Everything that's precious is underground. You have to dig for it.
Yeah,
everything you name that's precious in life, you have to dig for it. And everything that's precious in life had pressure to it. And if we don't look at things like that, we're always going to lose. People of our ethnic background, we look at Africa like, oh, they dirty Africans, blah, blah. But they got mountains and mines full of gold and diamonds and shit, and we sit up here trying to buy it. Right. You feel me? Like, we don't get it. But if we treat our people and our children the same way, we going to win. Autism is not big in Africa. Autism is not big in India, and it's for a reason.
Yeah,
you know, what I mean? They don't eat what we eat.
Yeah.
Autism has a lot to do with diet. People don't understand when
it does, the coloring.
Yep. And so
it has a lot to do with
my
that.
friend who cured his son of autism, right? Not cured.
I heard that some people said birth control too. I don't know if that
anything that you put in your body that's an alien to your body will affect your child
because it's foreign.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is when you look at how things are, when that man told me my daughter got kicked out 38 days out of 100 days out of school, my daughter. He said, Miles, there's nothing wrong with her. I asked him, can he come over and see this? He said, she don't have autism. She got fungus in her stomach. And, I mean, it's just a lot of sugar. He said, don't let her eat pizza, chicken nuggets, no McDonald's. That was, I had to get her nothing.
That was a lot. Yeah.
That was a lot.
It's too much artificial.
And then he said, put her on probiotics. They got, don't get her the grown probiotics that's creamy. Get her the juicy, like it look like juicy juice or whatever. And as I drunk it, she drunk it, right? And then within a month, she stopped getting kicked out of school. She stopped being so hyper.
Yep.
You know what I mean? She was like, she was able to have a regular stool. I told her when she go to the bathroom it's always hard, you know what I mean? And she
constipation.
Yep.
And always just come out in one ball. And he said, oh
Very
yeah, she was very constipated. And I said, it'd be dark. He said, it's not dark because of blood. It's dark because of parasites.
Yep.
And see, she said,
it should be a certain color. And it should come out like your intestines.
Yeah.
And it should actually break off.
Yeah. And so once I did that,
like
at the 30-60 days, she was okay. So that proved to me, like if you see Poodle now, she's not hyper. She said, I don't eat sweets. I told her about sweets. I said, baby, you can't have something. When she say sugar, if it go over 20 mg, you cannot have it.
Well, this is why I tell people it's really important to give your body a break.
Yes.
Yeah.
And drink water so water can flush your body out. Like you really should fast at least a couple times
I agree.
a week. Like you don't have to eat 5 meals a day.
Yeah, because it has everything to do with the chemicals.
Exactly.
And the chemical imbalance. Your body, how everything is triggered. So you have to be conscious about what you eat, what you put in your body, where it comes from. If you're constantly eating fast food, they're not growing that.
No, they're not
making
at all.
that. You know, is everything
processed.
Everything is processed. Everything in your canned goods. How canned goods last for 10 years?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? If you get it out the deli, it only lasts for 7 days. But if you get it out the freezer section, it lasts a whole month and a half.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's why I like to go get my meat fresh.
You know,
I like to go
that's
get my
why
meat
that
fresh.
water is in there. That's why that salt is in there, because it's trying to preserve it. It's all the preservatives. They do something to your body.
Yeah, and if it don't do nothing to your body when you're younger, when you get older,
it's gonna really mess you up.
It's gonna show.
You're gonna be bad out here.
So it's gonna show up, and you'll be messing around. And then
I'm taking my black girl vitamins.
Then Chantel be like, "Ooh, he cute." Anyway,
She don't say that.
Right.
Right, please.
She like them big boys.
It
don't matter what you
Just look at me like, you got me.
It's nothing wrong with that.
She like the man.
She like
that
what she
don't
like.
walk.
Yeah, I mean, no problem. She just want to get insurance. I'm getting insurance on that nigga with whoever she married.
He should have insurance anyway. He should have insurance anyway.
Okay. Anyway, so
You know that's a requirement.
Okay.
Yeah, for real.
hold on. I tell women it's all the
Yeah.
time.
Very
If you ain't got no
necessary.
insurance, what we doing?
What are we doing?
If you meet a man and he don't got no license,
Run.
no insurance,
Run.
car or medical,
Run.
leave him alone.
No, my child.
I'm
Run.
asking about money. I'm asking about insurance.
Clock that beat. Clock that.
Miles, stop.
Hey.
Jesus Christ.
That's how he do it.
No,
No,
for real.
that ain't even. He's not
Miles
supposed to be doing
said
it at all. Like y'all need to pinch the nipples.
I don't like.
No. I like the
Like no.
I really don't like when guys say some stuff that we say.
Well,
It's
clock
weird.
Yeah, it's some stuff you
It
just say
depends
for
on
women.
who.
No, tell me, stop.
right, all
Stop
right,
giving
all
grace.
right.
You
So
stay
back
putting
to my
your cape on
Hey,
for all
don't
the
take your
stuff.
black girl vitamins, okay?
So that's all. Put it on.
But y'all like when the guy wear a male purse. Be quiet. Listen.
She don't like that.
I don't talk to the
Brittany hates that.
I make that a very
well. You know about the way down my purse.
You
talking
like,
about
That's why you carry a big purse so you can put the stuff in your purse.
y'all like males to get their eyebrows done.
I don't do that either.
I like a clean man.
I like my man. That's her.
No,
But if they got the
but the
unibrow, I
nail
understand.
situation.
The nail situation, like keep his
When
hands
I go
clean.
get my nails
Ain't
done,
nothing wrong with that.
and you're
Right.
there, I don't know.
Long as she ain't getting polish put on.
Clear.
Oh, they get them buff.
Clear.
I gotta get mine. I
It's
get mine
fine.
buffed.
Polish, that's a problem.
Polish, that's a problem.
Yeah.
How
Clear.
about the guys that get the gel? I know a guy who
Who's
gets
getting
the clear.
gel?
He get
Can
clear
they
gel.
put their feet in the gel?
I actually prefer for my man
That's
to be
fine.
outside cutting the grass and trimming up the bushes, doing something around his house.
Watch it.
Well,
Brittany, you ain't seen one of them in so long.
I ain't seen one of what.
One of them doing the bushes. The only one you seen cutting the grass.
her dad was
They-
just
how about
outside.
that?
I
I was about to say only your dad.
I was thinking,
That's
that
why I said I'm the type of man I like.
Nobody
he's
your age
taking
doing
care of home.
Nobody your age
That's
doing
why
it.
after his appointment,
he take care of home. He go to work and he go come home and he go make sure his house is together, baby.
That's what's
Them
up.
type of men I'm looking for.
yeah, and he
Home
can
Depot
have
and
some
Lowe's.
Hey, look,
me time.
you hear him tired?
Yeah.
Right after this, I'm going to my crib cleaning my house right now.
Do it yourself projects like that. That's attractive.
I
and
love
men
that.
are doing things like that. We need men to get back to doing
You
that.
can use your hand.
Because
Yes,
I'm tired of you sitting at
crafty.
home making TikTok videos.
Exactly.
Okay?
I'm
I
gonna
don't
slide
want my
in on
man
some of
making
them.
TikTok videos, working out.
We
Tyler,
can.
Doing
We,
nothing.
Tyler,
now
this-
that's the
This
thing.
throw me off in males when they be doing shit like this.
Oh my God, no! The
He
one that
has
did,
the
the one in the
longer arm, and I
bathroom.
asked
The
him
one
to
in the
take the
bathroom.
picture of us.
Yeah.
He
Sit
like
beside him.
He has the longer
Here you go, he like
arm.
this.
And some of them got the nerve to have a little pop socket on the back of their phone.
I do hate
Like,
that.
why
I'm
do you
like,
have a pop socket on the back of your phone, son?
hey, that was
You
a time.
mean
No,
the
How
thing
soft
right
It was a
here.
time for who?
Ladies,
Wasn't a time for me.
If your man is doing workout TikTok videos
Let's
and
work
he
out
is
together.
not a personal trainer,
He for the streets.
run.
Let's work out
Okay?
together. We okay.
Men, he should be somewhere reading, working, doing something
telling you,
around
like,
the
that is
house.
so
Like,
boring.
he need to be doing something to get himself together. Because
Okay.
that's the problem, right? He's supposed to be a leader. He not reading nothing. That's why he can't lead nothing.
He leading these exercises. Now one.
You
two,
don't even work
three.
out.
He gonna lead me.
Snoop and Doggy Dogg started dreaming.
You won't even work out.
She
You
did the
don't
count.
even
I
want your man to
said
work
1,
out.
2. I said 3 and
It's
2.
gonna be-
What the hell is that? Did you
She
just hop the
don't
desk?
even- She don't even want her man to work out. Listen.
That was my crunch. Okay.
No, that was your
If
lunch.
he
Because
is
you almost threw
making-
them up a gun.
That was your hump. What
If
the
he's
hell?
making TikTok
That was my
videos,
lunch.
working out, I'm good. I'm good.
It was listen.
I'm good.
He could be.
I'm good.
He could be
Chanie,
dropping his
Chanie,
workout plan.
Chanie, I'm so nervous for you.
Don't be nervous.
If he's not posting a TikTok of him doing a do-it-yourself project, I don't want to see it.
I'll make sure I send y'all the invites to my wedding.
Cause I want to see how he building stuff.
Chanie
around
was like,
here.
roll him out, y'all. He okay.
You know what?
Chanie want that foot amputee. Like, what?
Oh my God.
Shay don't want her man to do nothing.
Listen. If
I
life,
can't,
if
Dorian.
life
He's my
happens,
daddy.
if life happens, then we're together. Then
Chanie
life
gonna have the
happens.
skinniest dude. She don't walk in this boy with the skinniest
Don't
dude.
do that, cause that's not what she
I
wants.
don't care what she want. That man might be what she needs.
See, that's what I'm saying. If life happens while we're together, how I'm gone. But I went. Just talk to me after, y'all.
All right. She's hey y'all, Chanie okay.
Listen.
Chanie that man, Chanie just hurt.
Listen, you better be doing a do-it-yourself project.
Hell yeah.
Hold on, all this.
Man, you gonna save a lot of money?
Miss Chamber ain't say shit. Miss Chamber, what kind of how was your
I have criteria where you got.
Let's hear those criteria, please.
You got to work. You got to know how to fix a car. You got to know
Fix
how
a
to
car.
Have a car,
You
right?
have to.
Damn.
Yeah. You
See,
see,
I just
you
listen.
gotta
She
do
on the
all
same
that.
page as me. Because if he doing TikTok videos, he don't know how to change the oil.
He do. He get it after.
Wait, she ain't done. Go ahead.
You got to be able to. You have to be able to have multiple things that you can do. Like my criteria is fix a car. Because if you don't want me to call another man to do it, please know how to do it.
How about if I know how to fix? How about if I can pay to get it fixed?
And that's wonderful.
Clock it.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful. That's wonderful.
Okay,
You know,
go
be
ahead.
able to be able to fix the things in the house. Because again, if most men fix things, so you don't want me to call another man. Then know how to do it or pay for it.
Okay, clock it.
Top of the top, call
Hello,
you on there.
Dornito.
Fun fact: women really do like men who do physical things, like fix stuff.
True. Dornito.
I just cut 6 yards Saturday, and when I say 6 yards, 2 out of the 6, one of the houses is vacant. One of the houses has a husband with 2 boys.
Wow.
One of the houses
That's the
has
thing.
the
That's
husband
this
lives
today's
there.
society.
My next door neighbor, who's about 6, matter of fact, he's Miles' age. Right? What I'm trying to say is, he was at work. My whole point is this: all of these dudes, if I really wanted their women, I can take them.
Yeah, there you go. True.
Confident. That's how you get that song. What you want to eat, boo?
Yeah,
Let me feed you.
They sitting out here on a Saturday while their husbands is hopping off in their little designer shoes and clothes, and I cut the grass that their children are playing on.
Yeah, that hit different.
And so look. So
But
my
that's
neighbor
not training them up no more.
That's true.
Men ain't training these young men.
Yeah, they not.
Because they too big outside.
Dorian said something. What'd you say, Dorian?
So one of the ladies, she asked me, she was like, "Well, I got your money for cutting the grass." I was like, "Just keep it." You know what I mean? Because I didn't do. Look, first of all, I ain't trying to show nobody up, but I am trying to prove a point in a roundabout way. One, as a man, you're supposed to take care of all the property around your domicile, and it's your responsibility.
Yeah.
If it's something, and if you don't know how to fix it, I'm not an electrician. I will call an electrician.
I know that's right.
Before I electrocute myself.
But that's biblical. God said, "This is all your dominion. This your dominion.
So
you take care of everything."
It's your castle, and it's up to you. And unfortunately, Brittany, that's why I said you might as well marry your dad, because you're not going to find too many men out here.
Well, he's married to my mom, so he's spoken for.
I know. It's sarcasm. What I'm saying is basically, there is a lack. And even we're talking, like I said before, I get so many accolades for just the most mundane. I'm like, I have to cut my grass. Cut your stuff. I don't care about sweating. I'm trying to make everything around here look good so my property values stay up.
Right.
But at the same time, it's noted that I know a lot of men that don't know how to change tires, don't know how to change brakes, don't know how to change the oil.
Don't know how to tie a tire. It's horrible.
Hey, man,
don't know how to use the jack. Don't know how to use the jack.
TikTok and the rest.
They don't even know.
First of all, how about this? That's what they got AAA for. Let me explain something. So
they take 45 minutes.
So what is it?
You got what for?
I got AAA.
I'll be honest with you. I'm at the age right now. I'm not shoveling snow, right? I know too many people.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous. I know too many people had heart attacks and died in front of their house.
Frostbite.
You talking about doing what?
Shoveling the snow.
That's why you get you a little snowblower.
You still got to be out there pushing it.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this though. I think that's a misnomer about the heart attack crap. First of all, you're unhealthy if you're not going to the doctor knowing that you got health issues. Right?
That's the lack of going to the physician.
But here's the thing though. You know why it's good to shovel your own snow? Because during the wintertime, how many of us really get out here and do physical activities?
Exactly.
Well, as a woman, I'm not out there shoveling snow. I can tell you that.
Well, you know what, too? And that's another thing. Ladies.
I had to do what I had to do.
I know so many women that own homes that don't have to pay for everything. Learn a trade.
Yeah.
Wayne Community College or Oakland Community College.
And they got free classes.
They got free classes
to shovel
for
the
certain
snow?
things.
No, just
okay. Because we were on that, we
may have a
were.
hole in your wall. Guess what you can learn? You may want to hang a TV. You may buy a TV, right? You and your girlfriend may be like, "Girl, I can help you put the TV up."
Oh, me and my friends have done that.
But you went to drywall class at a community college, which was free, and learned like, oh, there's wood in between. There's joints. So let me hang the TV up by the joint, right?
Instead of just by the wall.
Will teach you that. Learning agricultural stuff will teach you how to keep your grass clean, cut, and how often you need to cut. It's just some kind of thing.
Right. No.
You shouldn't just throw it just because you're a man that you shouldn't necessarily have to do these things, but I feel like once you take the leadership role, once you take the leadership role of being a dad and a husband, Those are the requirements that, like Brittany, I was raised up under those same tenets. My father, he's 75 years old. He still cuts his grass and his neighbor, and he lives in Rosedale, by the way. I know about the walk thing already.
Awesome.
My
Hope to see you.
My father fell off the ladder, got up, went outside, and still shoveled the snow.
No excuses.
No excuses.
And that's because he's from that era where it was no excuses.
Baby.
And, you know, they just kept it pushing.
We weren't even in town, me and my mom, and he could have hit his head or anything could have happened the way he fell off the ladder. He got up, went out, shoveled the snow, came back in, got a shower, and chilled. He didn't go to the doctor until my mom came back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And was he fine?
I mean, he was bruised up pretty bad because he kind of caught himself because it was on camera. He had the video or whatever, so we saw it. He caught himself, but he was bruised up pretty bad. But no complaints. He got himself up. He did what he needed to do. We came home to a clean home.
Because that's where he comes from.
And unfortunately, why I'm saying all of this is unfortunately, and I'm not going to knock single mothers so much as we often do, but if you're not taught that stuff in the household, you're just not going to know. And like I said before, my neighbor across the street, me and him are the same age. He has a business like I got a business. He technically does what I'm doing, right? But his wife stopped me last year, and she was like, "Could you teach my sons how to cut grass?"
Damn.
Wow. The lady that's married?
He cut me a $600 check last year to cut the grass, and she's like, I don't see the point of even doing something. Yo, look, I ain't gonna play, but cash that check real quick. But it's just the point where she saw that my husband is not teaching the things that they. And by the way, the oldest boy, he's in a Shakespeare play, right? He's artistic, great, does music, all of that. But you don't think you should be teaching yourself. But he wasn't taught to cut grass.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wasn't either. I just ended up doing it one day. Like it had to get done. I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna lie. I needed a microphone when I was younger, right? And the microphone at Radio Shack cost $119, right?
You got it.
I cut 6 people's grass, and I got it right. And from that day on, I realized at a young age, like, my mother was a single parent mother, and what I wanted, and I asked my father, he never really came through for it, right? So I got everything myself, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's why I never understood how we had a conversation on entrepreneurship. What was that, yesterday? Day before yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday.
Something like that.
And I was just saying, like, people don't understand one thing about entrepreneurship. It never gives you. No one can never tell you how much money you can make.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
sky's the limit.
The sky is definitely the limit. And when you do have,
you got insurance,
well, definitely,
right?
And insurance is cheap nowadays.
Where
it depends on your plan.
And it depends on.
It depends on your plan.
If you halfway dying, it's not.
You talking about life insurance? You talking about medical health? You talking about health?
Well, if you have health issues, then
no, it's not.
It depends on if you get the basic one.
It depends on the package.
You can't have no more than 2 ailments if you're trying to get a whole life. No matter how long you have.
However, what I will tell people is, and that still goes if you get a job.
Yeah.
Can't have too much
determination.
Yeah, so in entrepreneurship, when I was coming up, they had a thing at Blue Cross Blue Shield, not Blue Cross Blue Shield, the other one.
BCM,
yeah,
network.
Not that one.
Complete.
Not complete. Before they did.
Advantage.
Yeah, the main one that most people have when they have jobs. It was only like $400 a month for the family of 5.
Has to be
straight Blue Cross. Yeah, straight Blue Cross.
Yeah, Blue Cross.
You didn't name all of them, but
that's what I said. I'm like,
it's BCN, it's Advantage, it's Blue Cross Blue Shield, Blue Cross Federal, Blue Cross Complete.
Not the complete shit.
Well, the complete is Medicaid.
Yeah,
not the
I was
complete.
saying then straight Blue Cross is just through your
and that's the worst one.
PPO plan.
So you're talking about PPO or HMO?
Yeah, whoever, homo, whatever it's called. So
it's a health management organization.
So with that one, it was only $400-something.
It's okay.
My boy who worked for Ford, he's like, man, I'm with Ford because of insurance. I said, you still paying for it?
Essentially, it's coming out your check, buddy.
He's a Ford Motor Company.
Yeah, you paying.
It's coming out your check, buddy. You probably don't see it, but it's coming.
But anyway, so I was getting, I got to show this video to make us laugh because I'm pretty sure everybody.
Hey, Jada. It's almost over, Jada.
Good morning, Jada.
Hey, beautiful. She is. Jada fine as hell. So, hey, listen. Let's go. I got a funny for us. We played those girlfriends.
You better be funny.
I just in my shunning. I feel like
it's gonna be fun.
Shunning up.
Watch this.
Spell orange. Orange or orange, depending on what city or state you're in. The fruit or the color? Nigga, I'm asking a genuine question. What? Bro, what? Bro, am I not valid? Am I not valid?
I can't breathe.
Am I not valid? Hold on. The fruit.
Nah, both.
Nah, smell the fruit. Nah, bro. I don't even want to no more, smell bro. The fruit. Nah, the fruit be Lou. Nah, bro. I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro.
Oh my. Yo, I ain't never. That's crazy. I've never seen them like that.
Chanie did not get it, and she ain't think funny. It's funny.
You didn't get it?
I got it. I heard it. It just wasn't funny.
Chanie, those are the type of men that's in your group section right now.
That's why I said, you see, they sitting up in gamer chairs doing. I need somebody that's outside cutting grass. Okay.
Look, shout out to my dad, even though he's deceased, and my brother and my uncles. Hey, they showed me how to drywall, change the tires.
And
that's dope. Yeah.
You know how to do it, but you don't want to do it all the time. See, that's the beauty. We know how to do it, but we don't want to do it.
That's a
unless I'm helping.
So, you got to know something.
I agree.
Yeah.
I used to have a girlfriend. She used to love to see me clean up in my boxers.
Well, Miles,
that's
we
nice.
never want to see that.
Yeah, I mean,
we never want to imagine it. Never. Like, I don't even know why you had to share that.
Todd, help me.
I can't.
Okay,
you keep saying random shit.
I mean, because he should have never shared that. Like, we never want a visual. Never.
What kind of boxes did you visualize me in?
I don't never want to visualize.
Tam said on YouTube comment, she said read the book. Yeah, I agree.
Rhea said, wow. Just wow. Yeah. That food said the fruit or the color.
Right. Crazy work.
Is that not the same?
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
Because I would have just been like, both. And then he would have started spelling it.
But those are the type of guys you like to date.
The only
simplicity is key.
The only reason I brought that up because
it's key.
Me and Chanie, I'm gonna call them Chantel experiences.
Don't Chanie me.
First of all, you've been saying my name a little bit too much.
You know what though?
I
got an idea.
No, because I'm just trying to figure out. You saying Chantel.
I got an
Chantel,
idea.
who is that?
I got an idea for your show.
Thank you. Who is that?
I want you to interview somebody on your show, but for that particular episode, call it One Step Slower.
That could really fit me.
No, but Chanie, you really do like talking to those type of men.
No, well, I had a solution for him. I would have just like both.
No, listen,
and then he would have just spelled it.
No, this is what's messed up about Telly.
She would have spelled it.
She only likes slow dudes because she can get over on them.
I'm about to say
That's the only.
That's the Scorpio in her. That's the Scorpio.
Yo, that's the only reason.
If a guy asks me that question, I'm running.
I would say both sides.
You can't cut grass.
And let him proceed to spell.
Chanie is one of the most advanced young women I ever met in my life. She's probably one of the most advanced, polite women I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
However, there's certain things she's gonna say gonna piss you off.
I would just love to know what she's teaching her kids.
Likewise.
Wait, I hope she don't teach them about stars.
I hope she don't teach them that.
Because stars yesterday was wild.
What's that?
When I said Chanie.
The stars. Yeah. Tell them about it because it was 5 stars.
And
I was like, it'll be pretty hard to get in the middle of 5 because it's not an even number. And they was like, it'll be 3. I said, essentially, it won't be because that won't be the middle because it's odd. It's not even.
See,
think about it.
Stop.
You said I had a good point?
No, that ain't what the hell you did.
Wait. wait.
See?
So
See?
you said,
It makes you think.
Stop.
5 stars.
She says 5, and you can't get in the middle.
You can't. It's really hard because it's not even. It's odd.
That is the middle finger.
It's the
You still
third
got
one.
these
It's the
2
third
fingers
one.
here. What are you
No,
talking
right,
about?
but that's not even though. You have 5. If you had 6, then yes, the third one would at that point be the middle.
The bad part is, what if she fucking right? But I know she's
But
completely
no,
wrong.
really hear me. Really think about it. People don't be thinking. See? But no.
That's the middle.
No.
And you want to add to it. Stop. You stop.
No. Because it's not even. It's not an even number.
Hey, Brittany, stop. Brittany. Hey,
It's
y'all.
not an even number in math, but if
Hey,
you
y'all,
want the
listen.
middle,
Thank y'all for watching the Rise and Grind. We about
And
to
she
get out of
tries
here.
it. She's like, see,
come join the walk on Sunday.
Yes.
Join the walk on Sunday. Come to the mental health event on Sunday.
Thank you.
Please.
Yeah,
Shani gonna be there. Shani gonna be there.
That'll be this one. If I did, no, I added this.
But it's the same
Just because you
finger.
do this don't make it real.
But I added this.
But take it away.
See
And
this.
it's
I don't
the
know.
same finger.
Then it's like this. It's
Join
like
the
here
event on
instead of
Sunday.
here.
Come out.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Focus on the flyer.
Take me off camera because I'm about to lose it. I'm about to crash out.
Don't crash out.
I'm about to crash out.
No, please go focus.
Tupac said, "Ain't no hope for the future."
Worthy Chambers.
Hey y'all, come on out on Sunday, May 18th. Join us for our mental health event. Our walk, our community panel for the mental health, and also the vendors that's inside. We have Crystal's Place, Into You, Mild Soul, Divine Design, Dolls Jewelry, Pure Juice and Joy, A Slice of Joy, Adapt for Autism, and plenty more that's coming. So come out, enjoy yourself.
Yes, definitely come out and enjoy yourself.
Thank y'all. Thank you for joining us in the Chambers.
Finger.
And also, what is that? What was that flyer? No, Shani's focused on the flyer.
This was for the vendors that
Those are
she
some
was
of
just
the-
reading off.
Some of the vendors that are going to be there. We have so far. We have
read them off again, please, because we don't want to deal with Chanie right now.
We have Adopt for Autism. We have A Slice of Joy, Pure Juice and Joy, Divine Design by Alice, Mild Soul. D. Wynn will be there for resources. Into You, Crystal's Place. And we have a total of 14 vendors right now. We want a total of 20. So vendor spaces are still available for $60.
She rubbing off on you. Go ahead.
You can contact me directly at the organization at 313-800-1567, or you can go to the website.
Okay. That was great. Thank you for joining us today. I don't
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you.
Always have a good
Thank you for trying to take over Sally. Thank you. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Make sure she is there on the 18th.
It's always a pleasure.
And let her stay from 4 to 8 and walk around Jericho.
Say 1 to 3, 4 to 8.
Yes. Come on.
1 to 3 is the walk.
But you
1
need
to
to
3
be
is the
there.
walk.
You need to be there from 1 to 8.
Say the whole thing.
No.
I'm saying.
From 1 through 5.
No, just leave it alone. It's
But
okay.
It's the same finger, guys.
It's not the same.
Like, can y'all wait? Listen, please. Listen. She added that, right? What's the middle?
This will be
Okay,
it.
do
For
5.
5.
Hey, listen.
Lord.
It'll be like,
y'all stop eating ranch. Eat sauce. Okay.
Go watch Broad Day on Tubi.
Please.
Go watch Broad Day. Stream that. Run it up, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all.
Yes.
I'm done.
Please watch Broad Day.
Tap in with me at 1 o'clock. Talks with Todd, man. It's about to be a great show. We out of here, y'all.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Oh,
Hold
go
on.
ahead.
Wait a minute. So, who's the
quit.
host today? I mean, who you interviewing?
Beast.
Oh, okay, cool. So you're not interviewing Telly?
Hey, Todd, don't even have her on camera. I don't even want to look at her no more today. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
One more thing, ladies and gentlemen.
Go ahead.
We have the panelists that'll be there. So that includes Dr. Shanice Johnson, Minister Robert Young, Roscoe Davis, Armando King, Alfonso May, Kiera K. Wilson, also known as OMG, We have Dr. Monique Sharice Rahman, Tamika Murray, and Candy Williams. They'll be on the panel. So.
Hey, Tamika. All right, all right, y'all. Thank y'all very much for joining the Rise of Ground Morning Show. Indeed.
For sure, we got it.
You see how people just got doing stuff.
I'm done.
Bye.
Like you see what happened.
I'm done.
Oh my God.
I'm done.
Hello.
So I'm gonna be like Queen Latifah and these bitches set it off. I ain't risking my life for no $2,000. You got $1 million in the hood. Somebody gonna fuck around and rob that motherfucker. We see a bitch and smack a bitch.
Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, 'cause you